How do Americans understand Asian visa exit reentry rules? Imagine planning a trip back home or to another country in Asia and wondering what happens if you leave your current country. Understanding visa exit and reentry rules can seem tricky at first, but knowing the basics makes it easier. When you get a visa for a country in Asia, it usually allows you to stay for a set period. But leaving the country without following the right procedures can cancel your visa. That means you might have to apply for a new visa to come back. A visa is a permission granted by a country to enter, stay, or work there for a specific amount of time. Exit and reentry rules decide if you can leave temporarily and return on the same visa. Some countries need you to get a special reentry permit before you leave. If you don't, your visa might become invalid, and you will need to reapply from outside the country. For example, in Thailand, Americans with a Thai visa must get a reentry permit if they want to leave and come back before their visa expires. There are two types: a single reentry permit, which allows one reentry, and a multiple reentry permit, which allows multiple reentries during the visa's validity. Without this permit, leaving Thailand cancels the visa, even if it's still valid. The permit only lets you re-enter on the same visa. It does not extend the visa's duration. In the Philippines, tourists staying longer than 59 days but less than 6 months need to pay an exit clearance fee. If they stay over 6 months, they must get an immigration clearance certificate before leaving. Permanent residents need a re-entry permit to keep their residency status while they are abroad. Malaysia generally issues a social visit pass valid for 90 days on entry. If you leave and come back on the same passport, you don't need a re-entry permit. But if you get a new passport while in Malaysia, you might need a special exit permit linked to your new passport to leave the country legally. Singapore is a bit simpler. U.S. citizens do not need a visa for short visits, but the length of stay is decided at the border. Reentry is usually straightforward, but having a visa does not automatically guarantee entry. Vietnam has resumed normal visa policies after the pandemic. If you hold an electronic visa, you can enter and exit through designated border points. However, the Vietnamese government no longer issues exit or visa extension letters. Travelers now need to work directly with Vietnamese immigration if they want to extend their stay or face exit issues. For Americans living or working in Asia, it's important to check your visa rules before you leave the country temporarily. Always apply for any re-entry permits or exit clearances well in advance. Keep your passport valid for at least 6 months beyond your planned departure date. If you get a new passport while abroad, find out what extra documentation you might need to leave or re-enter. Remember, a re-entry permit only preserves your right to return on the same visa. It does not extend your visa's total length. Staying on top of these rules helps keep your legal status intact and avoid surprises that could disrupt your work, health care, or housing arrangements. Always double-check with the local immigration office or the U.S. Embassy because visa rules can change. Knowing these exit and re-entry rules makes traveling easier and keeps your life abroad smooth and worry-free.